Oh yeah, y'all know what it is, baby. Good to be here, man. MCXP Radio here for the BGSC network, man. Glad to be back. Been busy as always, but man, I'm here. Lots to talk about. Lots of stuff I got to get off my chest, man. Looks like I'll probably be solo dolo today, but it's gonna be all right, man. You know what I'm saying? Please, y'all know how I always do it, man. Please leave your comments, all of that good stuff, man. Put your comments up there in the mix, man. I'll go ahead and throw it up on there, man. Let's have a conversation, man. Let's talk. Let's talk, man. Shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals, man. Damn good draft, man. Feel like y'all did a real good draft, man. But y'all know how I like to do it, baby. Welcome. MCXP Radio at night here on a Saturday night doing what we do best, man. Let's get into the show. Yeah. Yeah. Glad to be here, man. Hope everybody's doing all right, man. Hope y'all had a good week. Hope your Saturday is going fine, man. Enjoy yourself, man. Get your little drink on. Whatever you got on and popping, man. I got some stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all here with me. There's a lot of places you could be, man. But if you're here with me, yo, much appreciation to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to represent. Of course, for again, man, for my BGSC network people, shout out to Big James, J Stars, man, everybody else that's part of the crew. Man, I love y'all, man. Shout out to my boys Grib, my boy Brian to be helping out on the show from time to time. Like I said, man, it looks like I'll be solo dolo. Usually I have like Brian in the mix with me. But man, it's all right, man. You know, people got lives, people got things to do. You know what I'm saying? But I had to make sure with all the stuff that was going on, man, that I made sure that I can come down here and get y'all a show. You know what I'm talking about? So y'all know what it is, man. Your boy reading the mix. I'm glad to be here, man. Again. People, I tell you guys all the time, man. You here kicking it with me. So let me find it. Uh Bam, there we go, baby. You are officially kicking it in the man cave, man. Man cave at night. Y'all are here, man. Check it out. Like I always do, man. I like to be interactive with the show. Please put your comments out there, man. Like, subscribe. Make sure you hit the bell for any notifications anytime that the show pops up. And do the same for everybody on the BGSC network. Anytime that their shows pop up, man, hit that notification button, man. Make sure you like and subscribe to them as well. So you can always be in tune, be informed, you know what I'm saying, and be in the vibe, be in the groove with us as we keep on doing our podcast thing. You feel me? Like I said, baby, you here, man, with me here in the man cave at nighttime. We gonna kick it, man. We gonna smooth. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Excuse me, y'all know how I like to do it, man. Avery got his 3 points, so let's talk. Avery's 3 points. Let's get it. All right, so let's talk and let's speak on this, man. Probably one of the biggest stories that has been out, man, this past week has to deal with uh Club Shay himself, man, Mr. Shannon Sharpe. Now, of course, man, I don't know if y'all know. I'm sure some of you people know Shannon Sharpe has been involved in a lawsuit, aka kind of like a civil rape lawsuit, with a young lady that he apparently had sex with. She is trying to sue him on a rape charge for $50 million. Now, I understand Shannon Sharpe is a part of the ESPN network. He was a part of First Take, left First Take, and now he is with. No, that wasn't First Take. That was a skipping. Skipping Shannon. They did it on FS1. But left that, and now he's part of ESPN doing his thing on the First Take show. But apparently, with the lawsuit and everything that has gone on, Shannon Sharpe has decided that he's going to take a step back. They're saying that he allegedly stepped away from his role on ESPN until we can get this lawsuit dealt with. Um, you know, and a lot of crazy comments and things that are coming out. There's been audio of him talking to the young lady, claiming that he was probably going to choke her out. some weird stuff. Um, totally regretting his actions and whatnot. But um, it's just one of those things. He came out actually with a video saying or displaying his innocence and telling everybody that it was just big collusion. Everything was it was a shakedown. The girl was just trying to get $50 million from him. Either way, I'll show y'all a picture. Here's the picture of the young lady right here. Yeah, she's a white girl. Gabriella Zuninga or something. I believe that's her name. And I'll put it like this, man. Um, a lot of the factors that came out, knowing that Shannon Sharpe is in his 50s, almost 60 years old, and when he met this girl, she was 19. I know what you people are saying. The girl is still legal, but yet that in my own personal opinion, that's one hell of an age gap um for you to be messing with. I don't care. You being 50 something in your 50s, damn near 60, and wanting to mess with a 19-year-old is pretty freaking crazy in my book. I would understand if the girl might have been 30, may have been in her 40s, man, but a 19-year-old is almost like you rocking a cradle. I'm not calling the man a pedophile because he's not a pedophile. The girl's not underage, but I'm saying the age gap is pretty damn huge for a guy that wants to have sex with a little young girl. At the same time, this girl is an OnlyFans girl, makes money. She's doing big things on her OnlyFans page, and I guess that's just the type of thing that Shannon Sharpe likes. Now, a lot of people have been pulling up um, videos and excerpts of things that Shannon Sharpe says. One in particular was when he had Monique on the show on Club Shay Shay, and she actually had told Shannon that he needs a girl around his age, a girl that can cook for him, clean for him, do the things, make him feel all right. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't something that Shannon felt interested in. Another clip of Cat Williams, when he was on Club Shay Shay um, discussing his, well, rather, um, I don't know, preference with the Caucasian female community, saying that he has no problem with them, he loves them, but he can't sit there and act like he's not scared of them because they can be like King the Conqueror. Mm, y'all know who that is. And within 2 weeks, man, they bring it down the rabbit hole and take everything from you, which happened to King the Conqueror. So that was quite a great analogy. I'm not putting down, and I don't want to go on the record saying that all white women are bad or all white women are money hungry when it comes to black athletes and stuff like that, because you do see an influx of that go on. But in this regard, it's just really quite interesting to see somebody like Shannon Sharpe going down that road. It's clear to me, and I've kind of discussed this with some of my homeboys, but we had a little barbershop talk, but it's kind of clear to me, man, that Shannon has a fetish. He's got a white woman fetish. Clearly he likes that. Clearly it's something about that really turns him on to that extent. Um, and I'm not downing him for his preference or anything like that, but it just, you know, what you do is what you do. What you put your thing in is that's your preference, player. Um, but a lot of stuff that is coming out kind of makes this lawsuit kind of very head scratchy. She has the same lawyer. Get this, she has the same lawyer that represented those women that accused Deshaun Watson of the rape. I want to say it's a damn, what's that same lawyer of the women that kind of accused Jay-Z and Diddy of their infidelity and things like that, trying to get paper. So I don't know, this man, the lawyer's attorney is Tony Busby, I believe, Tony Busby. So Tony Busby, I guess he's been known, man, to do his thing and get these women paid out of settlements, out of court, making sure that they are, well taken care of. Of course, he's getting his piece of the pie, but he's doing what he can, man, to get this and to ask for $50 million. It's actually been reported that Shannon actually tried to settle out of this, tried to settle out of court on this with 10 million. He was going to give this girl 10 million and she refused. Okay. So, and you don't hand out 10 million. And I was talking to my partners about this. You just don't hand out no $10 million to if you're innocent, if you're innocent and you know that this shit was consensual, regardless of her age, let's take her age out of it. If it was consensual sex between these two, 50 something and 19-year-old, if it was consensual sex, it is what it is. Then maybe they probably more or less had sex tapes, had videos, whatever the case may be, but it was consensual. So it being consensual, um, in what way can the collusion come? You know what I'm saying? If you know that it was consensual and there was no kind of rape whatsoever, for the girl to come out and be like, "Well, I want $50 million now," I'd be like, "Man, you crazy?" Because nigga, we did the deal. You did that willingly. I didn't have to pay you nothing. We said what we said in the text messages, chopped it up, blah 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 blah. Say, we linked up. We did what we did. So why do you want 50 million all of a sudden, claiming that I raped you? Bitch, you crazy? I didn't remember. So I wouldn't give this woman a cent if I knew I was innocent. I wouldn't give this woman a cent. But like I said, you got video that has came out, her audio tapes that have came out, claiming that it was him saying that he would have raped this girl when he seen her and stuff like that. My question is, if you feel like it's such a scam and whatnot, and he came out with his response video to all the people, and he was dedicating it to all his colleagues. But if you really felt like that this was a collusion of some sort, if you really feel like that this was a scam, that this was a shakedown from what he said, man, why would you try to settle it and give this girl $10 million? Like, why? I wouldn't give her a cent. If I knew that this was consensual, I wouldn't give her a cent. Let alone, let's not take away the fact that Shannon was up for $100 million deal. I don't know if it was from ESPN or where it was coming from, but it was $100 million deal that was on the table. You can kiss that goodbye now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's kind of out the window. Um, doing big things with his podcast, doing big things, you know what I'm saying? With not only Club Shay Shay, but what he had Ultra Sync on the nightcap, doing this stuff what he did on ESPN on First Take. Um, he had a lot of stuff lined up. Um, so is it a shakedown? Is it? Maybe so, people. Maybe so. But I'm not handing out $10 million on some hush money type shit if I know I was innocent. If I knew I didn't do nothing wrong in this situation, there's no reason for me to hand you any money. To me, that's just like you just ask because you just asking. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, he could have like a good heart and be like, all right, whatever. I just gave you this, yada, yada, yada. You know what I'm saying? We kicked it. We had a good time, blase, blase, if you want to do it like that. But not in no lawsuit type shit, man. I'm not finna just try to settle out of court like this. That's ridiculous to me. It's good. Enjoy my nightcap drink. So yeah, that kind of does not set right with me and my bones. I want to know what the real deal is on this situation. I really, really do. Um, and I'm not going to sit here and say that Shannon is innocent. I'm not going to call him innocent because Shannon has came out and said some outlandish things on his podcast and on his shows, so resulting in these kind of things to happen. Definitely, man came out talking about how he want a sinner. He don't want no church going woman, whatever he want to sinner. He want to be bad. He want to get rotten. Yeah, and I'll play it soon. But at some point in time, brother, you gotta kind of like you gotta chill. You gotta chill at some point. Real talk. And again, that age gap is ridiculous, yo. That age gap is crazy. Excuse me, 50 something to a 19-year-old when you met this girl. So maybe she was about 20, 21. Maybe when you hit it. She was probably 20 when you did. She's probably 20 when you went ahead and popped. but it's still off. It's still crazy. It's still crazy. You know what I'm saying? It really gives off. And again, I'm not calling him pedophile, but it gives off that kind of vibe. You know, it really does. Like, out of all the women that are out there in the world, 19, 20, and you damn near 60 years old, Shannon, come on, bro. Come on. This particular lawsuit, again, I'm not doubting him or anything, but this has kind of opened my eyes to Shannon a little bit. Like you now you're kind of seeing inside of his world a little bit. And now it's making you kind of scratch your head. Let alone, let alone, not too long ago, he had a quote unquote mishap on IG Live with him having sex with somebody in the bedroom. He came out and explained about that. He did claim that it was just a mistake. It shouldn't have happened. This is and the third, like the phone was just in his pocket and it just somehow went to live. People, you got to take about 3 or 4 steps before you get to live. So that's bullshit to me. I think it was premeditated. You know what I'm saying? Because of all those gay issues and rumors that he had out there when he was coming out of that car in that little green jumpsuit. So, but I digress. My point. I'm just saying, with this lawsuit, expect this shit to get kind of crazy. Expect this to kind of get a little bit wild. Okay. It needs to be more things that needs to hand out and come on out and so we can really put the pieces together and really, really understand what is really, really, truly going on. But for the most part, from all the details that we have, it's just like, you know, I laugh at it. I laugh at it. You know, this is to me, this is a person not paying attention. This is a person being very lackluster um, of his choices and his decisions. Um, I'm not saying that he deserves it because I don't think anybody deserves to be done wrong. But these are the kind of things that can happen when you do some off the wall wild shit. Really, off the wall wild shit. And to me, this is. I can't. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't get over that age gap. I can't. I can't. I can't. 50, that's almost 40 fucking years, y'all. 35 plus years? What? Like, really? You can find nobody older. Nobody. They ain't even got a. I digress my point, man. I digress my point. It'll be very, very interesting to see how this ends up, how this is going to happen, how this is going to affect him with his relationship with ESPN, his relationship with Stephen A. Smith, and everybody else that he works with. Um, will ESPN decide to take him off? Uh, we shall see. We have yet to see. I know that it's very really going to depend on once they get all the factors and information that they need. I'm sure they're going to come to some type of consensus of what they need to do with Shannon. But this can ultimately put a bad stain not only on him but on the network. So, the network thinking about themselves first. They're thinking about themselves first. So I think it was a very smart move for him to take that step back, man, and just let this play out the best way that he felt it needed to play out. Again, Shannon, got to do better, brother. Got to do better. Got to do better. You know, got to do better. That's wild. That's completely wild. I never. And you really don't want to. You really don't want to hear people's like bedroom talk, and you really don't want to hear about the horrible decisions that they make on a daily day basis. This man is, you know, he's free to do whatever that he feels, but you know, sometimes things come and get you in the worst kind of way possible. Um, I don't believe that he should give this girl a dime. But if you've already offered 10 mil, and you might as well bump it up to 25. You might as well bump it up to 25 or something like that. Watch it. I thought I was doing this by myself. It looks like Brian is in the building. Hold on, people. Oh, snaps. Oh, we got a discussion coming. Brian, aka Rogan Safety, man. What is good, sir? What is good? He's still on the mute.
Still muted. My bad. I'm good, man. What's up, man? Hey, I'm in. I'm here.
I was sitting
Yeah.
ready to do this by myself, bro. But I appreciate you, man. I always appreciate you, man. Look, I'm talking about the Shannon Sharpe lawsuit, man. Talking about it. It's very crazy to me, sir. It is very crazy to me. I know we chopped it up a little bit, but man, like I don't know what to do. I don't know what he should do at this point. If he've already and see, I was and
I
listen,
mean,
I was
I
about to make
guess.
this point before you hopped in. I was about to make this point. I said
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
since he had already offered her $10 million, and this girl said no.
Hmm.
And again, I still believe that if you hadn't done anything wrong, if this was completely consensual, then you shouldn't give this girl a dime. But for some reason, you want to give her 10 mil to get this, you know, shut up and everything like that. If you wanted 50, you might as well just go ahead and bump it up to 25 mil. Say, look, I give you half of this shit, and we can be gone. We can be done.
Ugh.
Which sucks, but I mean, what does he have to lose at this point? Oh, wait, $100 million. That's probably on the table.
uh,
Anyways, go ahead, Brian, man. I know I said my spiel. Go ahead, bro.
uh, I I don't know what to say. Like you, like we've already said a lot, you know, about it. It's crazy. It seems like a shakedown. But I don't know. I'm with you though. You know, I don't know why he would pay out for something that he didn't do. That's the one part of the whole drama that's getting me is that he did offer 10 mil.
Facts.
Um, I guess the only benefit of the doubt I was willing to give him, I'll say that again, you know, for the people, is that maybe he was thinking the logic is he paid 10 million to save 90 million. You know what I'm saying? Like to be up 90 million, with this $100 million deal, he's looking at, okay, I got $100 million deal coming. If I just drop this 10 million, I'll save 90 if I can keep all of this out of the press. I don't know
Mm,
why that seems dumb to me because I don't know why he would think Tony Busby would keep that on the low
facts.
regardless, or
Facts.
even the chick would keep it on the low regardless. Maybe if an NDA is signed or some kind of settlement court order was signed
Yeah.
after
Yeah.
the money changed hands or even before the money changed hands, if he can get them to agree to some kind of confidentiality agreement, non-disclosure of the case and of the settlement. Nowadays, usually you cannot get victims of sexual assault or any kind of sexual violence to agree to stuff like that. They want your name publicized. They want you to
Yeah.
be in the public,
Yeah.
especially if it's a civil thing and not criminal. They still want people to know that you did it to them,
Yeah,
because
man. Yeah.
and
They really do.
and and maybe just going from the assumption that he did it, which is not fair to him. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
That's all we can do. That's all we can do.
People should know if there's a predator out there, right?
Mm,
Like if if somebody got us, if there's a man out there assaulting women, then yeah, women do kind of have some kind of duty to warn or inform other women that there's a dude like this.
Word.
So, I mean, she would be a sleaze bag for, say she gets assaulted and she takes 10 mil to never say anything about it. That's sleaze baggish on her part because there's other women out there that can fall victim
Real talk.
to the same predator.
Real talk.
But
Real
she's
talk.
taking 10 million, not to say anything. Now he comes back, gets his $100 million deal. He's still rich. He can continue the same behavior,
Hmm.
uh, unobstructed from any publicity or any knowledge that he's doing this.
Facts, though. Facts.
So, and that's just a devil's advocate argument. I'm not saying he did it, um, but it's a tough. It's wild.
I,
The text messages are wild. The whole threat of
text messages is
releasing
wild. The
the whole
audio is
threat,
wild.
the audio, the threat of releasing the sex tape, what's supposedly on the sex tape, which Shannon admits to himself that the tape is wild and that it's gonna confirm every stereotype, try to play up to every stereotype. Now, like, what are you doing on this mug, bro? What are you saying to her, and what is she saying to you?
Probably some wild shit, bro.
If
Probably
he's
some
scared,
wild shit, bro.
if he's saying ahead of time that yeah, y'all gonna hate this sex tape because it's gonna play up to every bad stereotype about a black man, like, huh? What
He
the fuck? What does that
see
mean?
that's
What does that even
bro.
mean? What does that
God
even
damn.
mean, brother? What
I
does
tell
that
you,
mean?
bro. He's in line up to probably take the biggest L.
This is a huge L.
This
It's a huge L
and you know,
regardless.
and I already said it, man. I said it multiple times. What continues to get me is the fucking age gap, bro. That age
Mm.
gap is ridiculous to me. I'm sorry. I know that the girl is legal. I know that she's of age. Technically, she's an adult. You understand? But really,
Okay, the when you have children the same age, then yes, that's I know some people would they would think the age gap is ridiculous regardless.
it is.
But in my thought, if a 45-year, well, apparently he's 56,
You damn near 60, bro.
but in my thought, in my and I maybe I think I'm thinking differently here, and maybe I'm gonna get kind of killed for this take. I don't know, but in my thought, if he's 56 and has no children, you know what I'm saying? Then I mean, she's still legal, and the age gap is wild. Maybe he should have went for somebody a little older,
Duh.
but
Bro, you talking about
but when
56 and 19 or 56 and 20.
but I mean, but when you 56 and you have a child that's either the same age or older than the girl you date,
That point. That part.
that's super. That's like
Super sketchy.
how do you bring
Super
her around?
sketchy.
No, but how do you bring this person around family functions?
You don't.
You don't. I mean, it's obviously all about sex at that point.
You
Like
don't.
the whole relationship just centered around sex. Period.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
all it was. It was a financial arrangement, and the payment was sexual favors.
I also said this.
Money exchanging money for sexual favors. That's what that's about.
I also said this before you came in.
So that's what makes it weird when it's like, obviously no love involved. It's just
Yeah. I mentioned this, man. We're seeing firsthand Shannon Sharpe's fetishes.
Which we don't need to know.
Which we don't need to know.
We do not.
We
I don't
don't.
want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
We don't, but
We're not
voila,
surprised.
it's here, nigga.
We're
It's
not
here.
surprised. We're not surprised though, especially from previous statements that this man has made on his own, out
On
of
his
his
own
own, on
podcast,
his own podcast, different places.
nightcap, all of that stuff. You know, yeah, man. And Monique warned this man. She came on the show and told this man,
Yes,
"You need a younger, you need an older woman to take care of you."
her take came up gold,
Gold.
golden.
I'm not lying. When I heard her do that initially, like before all of this came, when she came on that show, I was just like, you know, she trying to drop knowledge to him, this and that. And the third. Like, you know, she was just talking to him like she was a guest on the show. But man,
Nah, she was talking to him like
man,
she was talking to him like the homie,
yeah,
like
yeah. Like
you
nigga, I
know,
know you.
a,
I
a,
know you.
a cool female friend, like
Yeah,
a cool female friend that's she was looking out. She was looking at
yeah.
she comedians do it in a funny way that's not like super offensive or whatever. You know, they can be offensive if they want to. They can do it funny and offensive, but she did it funny and not harsh, not too offensive or whatever. It, you know, a lot of shit comedians say have a lot of truth in it. They
Facts though.
comedians see a lot of shit that other people don't see.
Facts though. Facts.
And they can say stuff that's hella true, that's hitting the exact point without even telling the whole thing.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
didn't put all this shit out there, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But she did hint it, and in hindsight, she put it out there. She did say it.
Low key, she
She
did.
put it out there.
Low key, she did, man. So like, man, that clip has been playing. It is just like, yo, that is crazy. So
Yeah.
again, man, before I go on to the next point,
Is he
Shannon,
done? Is he done with ESPN? Is
I
he
don't.
done?
He's not done. He stepped away from ESPN. Supposedly,
No.
I'm
Do you
sure it's
know?
gonna
Do
be.
you think he's coming back? Is he done? Like,
It
is he
depends on.
done?
It's gonna be. It depends on how this case ends, bro. It depends on how this case ends. Definitely depends on how this case ends. I mean,
It's kind of
they're
weird
not.
though
I mean,
because
you can't let them go just off of speculation that he did it.
we've had. I mean,
You can, but I mean, you know, for him
I
to
don't
step
know.
away, from it,
Lately, people been keeping their jobs. Like with
yeah,
even some of these accusations, some of these, you know.
yeah. But I'm just, you know, I mean, hell, I ain't seen Joy Taylor on a thing, man, since that damn
Wait, she
lawsuit
not
came
back
out.
yet?
I hadn't seen her do anything, you know. Oh,
She been laying low, huh?
no,
Well, I know. What about her?
she-
I don't watch her podcast, but what about is she even doing her podcast with Taylor Rooks
I
and all
don't
that?
know because
I ain't seen no viral clips or
I
nothing
ain't
come
seen
out of
no
that.
viral clips. That's what I'm saying. So you know, Taylor probably like, bitch, I need to move around real, like you
We
know, like
gotta,
I
yeah.
ain't trying to be associated with that. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh man.
it's what it is. But Shannon, man, we just hope for the best. Okay, we just hope for the best. So you know,
Or the worst if you did it, nigga. Fuck that nigga.
well, it was the MCXP Radio, man. It's always good, man. With my boy Brian go in the mix, man. Oh, snap. Let's go to point number 2. Yo. So, Jesus Christ. Yo, man. Shedeur Sanders. Finally. Round 5 pick
Oh, I can't believe I
144.
made it in before this.
Yeah. I saved it just in case, bro. Saved it just in case. Shedeur Sanders, man, finally gets picked. Finally gets picked. That started quarterback at Colorado. That did some numbers, man. Put up some good numbers. I know that people talk about how Colorado was like 4-8 this past season, but if you really watch those games, he really didn't have that much of an old line to protect him. I mean, he was really scrambling. the majority of his time behind the line. Um, but I digress to the point. I think at this point in time, it's just good for the fact that he finally got picked. Now, going in with this topic, it's actually my second and my third topic because it kind of goes hand in hand. I think a lot of us, when we looked at this draft class, when we was looking at Travis Hunter, we was looking at Ashton Gene T, we was looking at Shedeur, we was looking at a number of guys, man, and we figured that all of these guys was going to be first round picks. So it kind of scratched everybody's head to see Shedeur not get picked in the first round. For what a reason, I didn't know why he didn't get picked by the Raiders, why Cleveland didn't pick him up, number of other teams that I kind of had in mind why they didn't do it. Steelers included, even Miami was included in that. So I don't know. And to see that this kid who has phenomenal talent, y'all, phenomenal talent. I could care less what you say. You can dislike him, dislike his confidence. You can dislike antics and stuff like that. Uh, but for the most part, Shedeur can play ball. He's a damn. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's a damn good quarterback, in my opinion. I don't know, and this goes hand in hand. Number one, man, how surprised are you about this draft slide of Shedeur Sanders, bro? Round 5.
Very, very surprised. At first, when he didn't go in the first round, I think I wasn't surprised the slide out of the first round, and that's it. I mean, more upset with it than surprised because I mean that was kind of the narrative coming in was that he was going to slide. That's the not the entire media, but of course certain portions in the media, and then
Mm,
a large portion of the fan base was split with and unfortunately the fan base seemed to be split among racial lines,
very much so.
but and I don't think the media was necessarily split among racial lines, but I mean, uh, but some portions of the media and a lot of portions of the fan base were split with people seeming like with people in the some people in the media seeming like they wanted him to slide, and guaranteed a bunch of people in the fan base wanted him to slide. Like they did not want him to be picked in the first round. They didn't want it,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And it's like every couple years we have huge controversies with one of these QBs to where it's like, oh, he don't deserve it. He's not that good. Despite everything he did in college, despite winning the Heisman, but despite well, Shedeur didn't win the Heisman, but speaking of past years, but despite doing all this, having good success,
His boy
he
Travis Hunter.
he's not worth it, and that's the narrative that cropped up with him is that he's too arrogant, he's not worth it. So I mean, coming into the draft, like they set it up, it was set up for him to fall. So falling out of the first, I wasn't surprised. Falling after he wasn't picked in the third, especially by the time Dylan Gabriel and Tyler Shook, I believe that's his name.
Show or something like that.
Shook.
Show something.
By the time they were when they were announced, at that point I was shook. Like I was that was I mean, but even then it felt like this is what was happening anyway.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
even when they announce their names, you less by the time they finally get to those spots, which I know Saints was at 40, and Cleveland picked Gabriel. I forgot when they picked Gabriel, but I believe he went before 40. He went around 35 or 36. So
Yeah, I don't understand. For the Saints not to pick him up, for the Raiders not to pick him up. Now I know they got Geno, but still,
I mean, we knew once Gabriel and that's Tyler Shook guy went off the board. We knew the fix was in. The fix was obviously in that it wasn't happening.
the fix was in.
We understood what was happening. By that point, we understood what was happening. You can't tell me Dylan Gabriel is better than him. I'm sorry, he's
No,
five,
he's not. He's
five
not.
eleven, five
He's not.
eleven. I mean, he threw for a lot of yards. He's a typical, pretty athletic, good college QB, but no, he's not. He doesn't really have the tools to be a great NFL QB. I mean, maybe he can be sort of like a Tua guy, maybe,
Mm,
but
mhm.
Tua is off injured.
Yeah,
Maybe, I
that's why I
mean,
said Miami should have considered getting him. Should have considered getting Shedeur. You're looking at five QBs that the Cleveland Browns have now, with Kenny Pickett, Deshaun Watson still on the books. Now you've got Dylan Gabriel, Joe Flacco, and you got Shedeur Sanders. Already two of them finna be gone, and I think that's Flacco, and I think they're gonna get rid of Watson and get him off of those books. So with Pickett, excuse me, with Pickett, Gabriel, and then Shedeur, you're looking at one to start, one to be your second, one to be your practice QB. Now, I'm thinking that Kenny Pickett has the edge because he's been in the league longer. But I think that second spot is up for grabs between both of them. Gabriel and Shedeur. I think that Shedeur has a chance to become the starting quarterback eventually. But I know I sent y'all that clip. It seemed like they wasn't even excited.
not at all.
They wasn't even excited. Almost like somebody told them to like, yo, go ahead and draft. You
Well,
know,
yeah, I mean, a
get
lot
it out
of
the way. Go ahead and get them.
a lot of the Cleveland fans, a lot of Cleveland fans themselves, when you go to Cleveland fan pages and stuff like that, or when you see Cleveland fans comment, they said it's an owner. They said the owner made them do it. So it's a Jimmy Haslam. It's a Haslam. It was a complete Haslam decision. So I don't understand, but that still is baffling to me. If the owner was determined to select Shedeur, why wouldn't he just mandate that from the beginning of the draft?
Mm-hmm.
And that way, the GM and the coach aren't stupid enough to waste a pick on
Yeah,
another quarterback.
yeah, yeah.
Because either way it go, without being disrespectful to either player, one of those QBs is a wasted pick.
Yeah, yeah.
Either Shedeur is a wasted pick or Dylan Gabriel is a wasted pick. One of them, both of them can't be the pick.
Trade capital, probably trade capital for
Who
somebody.
want to trade for either one of these guys?
I don't know. I mean, somebody may
Dylan
want to trade for Shedeur.
Dylan Gabriel was not going in the third
I don't know,
if the
man.
Browns did. If the Browns did, you're right. I don't know because this draft was so bizarre when it came to the quarterbacks.
Yeah,
Ewers didn't go till the seventh round.
yeah,
I told you guys a bunch of QBs were gonna fly off the board in the sixth.
yeah. You said it. You did say that.
And based on the look that they gave when they picked Shedeur, they weren't going to pick Shedeur there. They were not.
They
They
didn't look.
upset
They
about
didn't look
that
too
pick
happy. They did not look too happy.
because that means they picked two QBs and two running backs in the same draft. You
Yeah,
wasted four picks on two positions.
that part though. That part.
As a terrible, they had, and the Cleveland Browns probably had the worst draft I've I've ever seen, because even when teams like get a bust in the first round,
Mm-hmm.
maybe they pick up a few guys after that. So a lot of times we say a team had a horrible draft when they bust out of the first round. Like when their first round bust is a bad pick, then we'd be like, oh man, they had a terrible draft that year. Not considering who they picked in the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth.
Facts.
Cleveland had they this is a bad draft. If okay, you might have a good first round pick, but then you had so much potential, and every analyst was just raving over how deep this draft was overall. Even if maybe not at the QB position. The NFL obviously rated the QB position trash this season. The NFL did not like the quarterback position this year at all.
Shout out to my man Grandizer. He said what it is, man. What it is about the draft. Kept hearing it felt hollow, empty, like you wanted to get excited, but as it went on, it got kind of boring. In a sense, it did. In a sense, it's sort of a way it did. I
Well,
mean,
go ahead and give them the theory about why Shedeur, the one clip that you sent, and I had thought about that too. I had thought about that too before that guy said deep at what deep. It was like 20 something DTs taken.
yeah, yeah.
There was 29 DTs taken. They were like,
There was tight ends off the
I'd never
board.
seen so many tight ends taken, especially
Running
early.
backs was taken. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A gang of O line was taken
Square biz, square biz. So it was
early and late. Like it seemed like, and I don't. That's just what the analysts were saying, right? And I mean, I think there was some. I think we got a good guy in the fourth round, Kennard.
mm-hmm.
So we got the Chargers. We got an edge guy, Kennard, in the fourth round,
Kenner, I
and
think that's the dude that I have on my team
yeah, I believe
in
so.
the
And
mid.
he was the SEC defensive player of the year,
Kenner,
and
yeah.
we got him in the fourth round. He was out of South Carolina. We got him in the fourth round. So we got an edge, very athletic, defensive player of the year, double digit sacks, like 2-3 seasons in a row, tackle for losses, all that. Like, and we got that in the fourth round, right? Like we got a DT, we got a huge DT in the third, 300-pound guy. They said he's pretty good off the ball. We got a four in the fifth round. The Chargers got like a 4-3 wide receiver. Wide receiver runs a 4-3, 4-3-6 or something like that. Wide receiver in the fifth round. So I mean, Tez Johnson didn't go to the seventh round.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't even
Tez didn't
think
go.
I don't even think Javier Restrepo got drafted. So I
Saints
mean,
Saints picked up your boy Devin Neal.
yeah, I saw that. Saints picked up Devin Neal. Uh,
So yeah, man.
DJ Giddens, I think he didn't go until the sixth. Uh,
There's some wide receivers that came off the board too as well. It was kind of deep in that position, but the rest of the point because on my third point, man. I know we were talking about the slide, but my third point is there collusion by the NFL for this whole Shedeur thing?
well, that's what I was getting into. I was saying tell him the theory or
Well,
whatever about what was it collusive, because the one guy was saying that the ratings, right, about the whole about the ratings thing, having people have them slide so people will watch the second and third rounds, because that was Grandizer, right, who said it just seemed like the draft went on, it just got more boring and boring. But how how much, it was a good question, how much of previous drafts have you watched?
that no
have
facts though.
have you
Facts though.
always watched the second and third
Facts
round,
though.
like the entire second and third round?
No, no, no. I probably watched the first round because it had all the big names, and then
Who have ever watched day 3? Who
yeah, I,
watches day 3?
yeah, I wouldn't watch it, but I would just keep up with who my team picked.
Right.
You
But
know, I wouldn't watch it, but you just
people is
wonder.
actually tuned in though.
But
People
folks
is
was actually
tuned
tuned
in.
in over the Shedeur because we really wanted to see where Shedeur went. Hey Reed, do you ever collab with others? Or other ask you to be on the stream? Yes, I do. Nobody has asked me in the present time, or you know what I'm saying, lately. If you want to, but yeah, man, I've been on there before, man. Definitely with Big Game and a couple other guys, man. I kind of work with, so but I'm always represent, bro. Always represent. I bleed black, orange, and white. I bleed it, so you know what it is. Granddad's in this mother. He talking, man. I watch the whole draft. I do. I watch it all. But with me, I like day 2 and 3 because that is where the talent is in recent times. I can give you that. I can give you that. You can find you some gems. You can still find you can find you some real good players in 2 and 3. But yet there are some hidden gems in the late rounds that people kind of overlook. You know what I'm saying? And guys that can come in and really do some work. So they can do some starter type work in the NFL. So it just really depends, man, to see they hit or miss. But the
That's a
most important,
hardcore fan. That's a hardcore fan
oh
right
yeah,
there.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
The casual NFL fan, and I'm not a casual either. I'm a hardcore NFL fan. I'm not a casual. So yes, I will watch large portions of the draft. Maybe if not the whole thing, I would still watch large portions of it or keep very close attention to it.
yeah,
But the casual fan is not watching the second day of the draft. The day two, second round, third round, or day and for sure not day 3. Once it hits
yeah,
Saturday, most people is not watching that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
uh apparently this draft was the most viewed draft of all time.
See, that's crazy. And
So
but see, that is crazy.
so they collude to make sure Shedeur drops. Everybody's watching to see where he goes, and then he somehow stays out of the third round. He doesn't get picked in the fourth round, so that means you have to watch at least an hour, hour and a half of day 3, and then he finally gets picked around what? Pick 4 or 5, five or six. He got picked around 5 or 6 in the fifth round. So, so the NFL got a lot of traction out of Shedeur. A lot of traction that they made money off of blackballing him. They made money off him by blackballing him.
Possibly though, bro. Possibly. Which is kind of hard.
I
Like
mean,
that,
that's a conspiracy. That's a conspiracy, and
that's wild
we're
though.
not
If they
saying
really,
that that's definitely true. But I
cause
mean,
bro, if they
it's
really
facts
did
that
that,
they
if
made
that was
money. But it's
bro, if
facts
that
that
was
they made
really
money off of him. It's fact. That's the facts. The facts is that they made money off of his slide because it was the most viewed draft ever,
if they really
the
did that,
highest rated draft ever.
if they really did that and that was the truth, that was if that's really what it was, we all got duped. We all got duped. All of us got bamboozled to watch that shit. All of us. Like
Yeah,
real
because I
talk.
mean,
We all got
if we know going in ahead of time, this is what we're doing. Like we're not watching, right?
facts. Facts.
Like my
Facts.
Chargers was gonna pick the same players regardless.
Yeah.
We watching to see the reactions of the
Yeah.
players. We watching to hear the commentary on. We watching to hear that rant Mel Kiper give. Well, that's I was watching
Yeah.
ESPN's coverage the whole
Yeah.
weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. Me
I
too.
didn't watch
Yeah.
NFL Network or ABC.
Yeah. I watch. Yeah.
I was
ESPN is
watching
the only way to
ESPN.
go. ESPN the only way to go on draft
So
time.
I was watching it on ESPN. So Mel Kiper's rant was epic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
His rant was low. Like, we watching for that. We watching for the rants. We watching for this commentary. People hating. We watching for to see. We want to see Shedeur and Prime sitting at home on the couch or in their house, wherever they is. You know what I'm saying? And we want to see the reaction when he does get picked.
Damn it, but
We
we was
want to
paying
we want
attention.
to see the reaction when he
Yeah,
doesn't get picked. We want
we
to
was
see the
getting,
reaction when he
bro.
doesn't get picked. We want to
They
see
had
that.
us watching. That's crazy if that shit is true because they had us watching day 2. They had us watching day 3, round 3, round 4, round 5. Like we was like, I'm
We
not
was
lying.
watching.
Like even if I didn't watch it on TV, I had it pulled up on the phone.
I want to see the specific. I want to see the numbers, the drop off once Shedeur got. So 10, 15 minutes after Shedeur gets drafted and they're finally done talking about it, what is the drop off in the ratings? I want to see that rating crater. It's just, I guarantee that line just looks like a goddamn cliff. Like it looks like a straight line down. I bet you the ratings cratered so fucking bad once he got drafted.
Possibly.
Nah, ain't no possibly. I guarantee the ratings cratered.
Grandizer. I gotta send this to my email, man. Talk to these guys from Royal the Lions UK. Yeah, if they need me, man, tell them they can holler at me, bro. MCXP Radio at gmail.com. I'll put it in the comments.
Oh,
Yeah,
UK, huh?
yeah,
UK,
yeah,
UK.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Link them up with me. Right, everyone has what pulls their attention today, man. Day 3 seemed like it lasted all day, and I was like, man, didn't anybody know Pacific Standard Time? My man Grandizer in this mug, boy. He said, "Bolt up them Chargers for sure."
Yeah.
He said, "Did broken safety here?" The Raiders fans say, "Why did the Chargers get a running back in the first? They trying to be like us, but ain't us." Oh man, please,
Man. Well, I mean, they did good with Genty. I mean, it's a good pick, you know.
Joe,
Uh,
man, yo,
but
yo,
I,
you can't say
they can
JT ain't
say
no good pick.
they can say what they want to say. But I mean, Harbaugh and Pete Carroll, the same type of coaches. At the end of the day, like they both trying to run the ball. So no, we're not trying to be like the Raiders because we better than the Raiders. But regardless,
Ooh, speak it, nigga, speak it,
yeah, I mean,
speak
obviously
it.
we better than the Raiders. The Raiders,
I'ma say it though. I'ma say it though. I like what the Bengals did. I
okay.
really do.
I love
I
our draft too,
really
but
do.
yeah, speak on your Go ahead and speak on
I
that.
really do because we shored up some defensive holes that we needed. Definitely, man. With edge rushers because Sam Hubbard retired, and then of course we don't know what's going to happen with Trey Hendrickson, but I'm expecting him to get re-signed some way somehow. We got linebackers. We got another. We're helping out on the running back tip. You know what I'm saying? Even got a couple of old linemen, some big old linemen to kind of help shore up that. You know what I'm saying? So Joe Burrow can stay on his feet. Man, look, I think Bengals did what they needed to do. I think, and of course, I'm gonna say it with my squad. I feel like that the window is still open for them guys to still do what they need to do. But it's just to me, man, that AFC North is just a hell of a freaking fucking division. Okay, it's just every rivalry game that we have, bro. I get nervous. I'm not lying. I get nervous. I say we're gonna win it, but damn, I get nervous, bro. I really do. Cause you can't tell with the Steelers shit anything happened with the fucking Steelers, and then fucking Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. You just like, oh my god, you know what I'm saying? It's like playing Madden against Lamar Jackson. It's just like you don't know what game you gonna get, man. You don't know what you got to
Well, you know it's gonna be
fucking stay
tough.
on your
You
toes. You
know
know
it's
it's gonna
gonna
be
be
tough.
tough,
It's gonna be
regardless.
tough.
Like it's gonna.
It is. Yeah, man. Let me see what Grandma's hit us with today. Yeah, I was hearing much from the Bengals. I heard non-Bengals fans say that they had a bad draft, but they're not Bengals faithful, so I can't. Hell no, man. They stupid, man. We shored up what we needed to shore up. We did some good stuff, and plus, man, Al Golden knows what we need, man. What we need, and I'm excited. I'm excited, and I'm. You can say that I may say this every year, but I'm more excited about this because I know that how bad our defense was, and the fact that yeah, although we finished 9-8, we ended up winning 5 games in a row with the defense stepping up their asses off. If they would have did that at the beginning of the season and won games that they should have won at the beginning of the season, um, shit, I think shit will be all right, bro. We would have been all right. Hell yeah, we would have been all right. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Grandi's in the mix today, man. He said, Avery, well, which was your favorite Bengals pick? Which was your worst? Same for you, Broken, on your Chargers. Favorite and worst pick. I gotta give my man. Gotta give my man some answers, man. Yeah. Who do you got, Brian?
Favorite pick. Uh, I mean, Amarian Hampton is going to be the best player. He's the best player we drafted. I mean, Amarian Hampton, that running back. I mean, he's a good running back. He's strong. He's powerful. He's fast. Like he's a home run hitter. Uh, Low key, he could possibly even turn out to be better than Genty. Like if say if he's more durable,
Mm-hmm.
you know, than Aston Genty. Like so uh if he ends up being more durable than Genty, then uh you know he could be better. I like the Trey Harris pick. My favorite pick, probably. I mean, Cal Kennard. That already stated the fourth round pick. Even though I like our entire draft, but Cal Kennard, man, that fourth round pick, that edge rusher.
Yeah.
We needed an edge. We lost Joey Bosa, so we was gonna need an edge. So I like that pick. Fourth round, SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Uh, somebody that looks like he can get sacks, like he can rush the quarterback and get sacks. I think he's going to be disruptive in the pass game. Mostly, our rush defense might have a little trouble this year, but that's why we want to run the ball too. You know what I'm saying? So we want to blitz the QB. We want to run the ball, keep the other team off the field, and then we want to stack the box. We got a bunch of corners. We drafted some safeties, and it's hard to criticize sixth and seventh round picks. You're not even sure what you're getting out of there. So I'm not even sure if I have a worse pick. We did what we needed to do. We went. If we didn't go wide receiver in the first round, we had to go wide receiver in the second round, and we did. Trey Harris out of Ole Miss, big guy, 6'2". They comparing him to AJ Brown, who also came out of Ole Miss. I looked at his tape. I mean, this guy got twitch. He got route running. He got a little jukes with him, and he got that sneaky kind of runaway speed to where it don't look like he running that fast, but he's still running past guys and running away from guys after he catch the ball. So,
Real talk.
fifth round, we get another wide receiver who, like I was saying earlier, runs like a 4.3. He's fast. He's 6 feet. So we got exactly what we needed. We got outside guys, X type of receivers. Trey Harris hopefully turns into a true X number one receiver. We already have our slot guy. Like we filled specific positions that we needed. We didn't just take guys. We got guys at places where we really needed them. So we got a
That's
DT, we got an edge, we got wide receiver, and we got a tight end in the fifth too. We traded up into the fifth round to get another tight end. I mean, I wish we could have got Gunnar Helm, but Gunnar Helm got drafted just a few picks before we drafted this guy, Aronde Gadsden Jr. out of Syracuse. So Gunnar Helm went a few picks before that. But then we traded up and get Gadsden. He looks like another receiver. Uh, So I mean, obviously, what Harbaugh and Jim Hortz is doing in LA with the Chargers, they doing something very specific. They know the type of guys they looking for, and they going to get them. So, I mean, I don't know about these two safeties we picked in the 6th and 7th, but like I said, I mean, you can't really criticize guys like that. I don't know much about them. I do understand we had injury issues at the safety last season. I mean, I kind of like Alohi Gilman, but I don't think Gilman is, I don't think he's ever going to be like a Pro Bowl type guy. Maybe I mean, he's good. I kind of like him, uh, but yeah, I guess we needed depth at the safety since we had injuries at that free safety. We trying to figure out that free safety spot. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't really expect 6th or 7th round guy to come in and fill that spot, but maybe, hey, you get gems. Sometimes you get late good guys, and you know what I'm saying. One of these guys, they're
Yeah.
gonna come in and fight for the position, and if they win it, then shit, I love it. I love to see it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and definitely, man. And then like for Cincinnati, I think that edge Shamar Stewart. I think he's gonna come in and be definite impact. Like I said, they needed an edge since Sam Hubbard had retired. So you feel it in that spot, definitely, man. You got a big Georgia old lineman. You know, shit. Georgia just produces, good players. So you got that. You got another one coming out of Miami, old lineman. And like I said, that helps get keep Joe Burrow on his feet. I think naturally, man, a steal is that linebacker that we got from Clemson, Barry Carter. I think he's
Yeah.
going to be a steal. I think he's definitely going to be a steal. He's going to turn some heads. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of look at that, and they're sharing that up because uh, what's
Well,
it?
yeah. I mean, y'all have always kind of needed a middle linebacker. It kind of seemed like
Yeah, man, I can't think of his name, but the one that wanted a trade. I can't think of his name right now, but he wanted to trade. But I think Barry Carter coming into the mix, I think that he can kind of replace that and we'll be all right. And then even that running back that we got from Texas Tech, I didn't know that this guy had back to back 1,000-yard seasons. You know what I'm saying? Um, so like we shoring up some things, man. Like I said, the only real thing that Cincinnati needed was just defensive help. And I think that we went out there and we made sure that we shored up the places that we needed. We got our DBs, we got our safeties, but now we got some fresh young talent on the line. We got some fresh young talent, linebacker wise. So I'm excited. I'm excited. I think this was the draft that you handled your business. You did what you need to do. Now just put it all together, man. Put it all together. So, and man, shout out to the Chargers, man, because I think the Chargers are still gonna be a hell of a team. I think y'all still gonna be a hell of a team.
I mean,
Definitely
if there's anything to even remotely criticize about the draft, maybe take a center somewhere instead of a tackle, since we pretty good at tackle. So maybe we took a OT.
nah. Since he got him, bro. Since he got Taj Brooks, that's a running back I'm talking about. Yeah,
We took an offensive tackle in the 6th round. Uh, so maybe you take a center or a guard there, since our interior O line uh, could be an issue. But they could be thinking about moving that tackle inside.
yeah,
Maybe they drafted tackle with the intention of moving him inside. Maybe they talked to him already. Maybe they know something we don't about him. So maybe he's moving inside. Maybe they picked him just simply to move him inside to guard. So I mean, who knows? But that and like I said, I love our draft so much. That's just nitpicking, and that's just if I had anything to say about it, take a guard. We could have took a guard or a center. But I
right.
love what we did. Hampton. A lot of people, Mel Kiper's always said, he will never ever take. If he was a GM, he would never draft a running back in the first round. Nowhere in the first round. Not just high pick in the first round,
Hell
but
yeah.
nowhere in the first round. But I love Hampton. Hampton is gonna be good, man. He's a bruiser. He's fast. He's durable. Like, and we want to pound the rock. Now we got Najee Harris and Hampton. Hampton is gonna eventually be our number one guy.
I
You
thought
know what
y'all
I'm
got
saying?
Najee.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So we don't have Dobbs anymore. We don't have Dobbs. Dobbs is gone. Dobbins, J.K. Dobbins, he's
Y'all
gone.
got
So
Najee.
yeah, we got
Yes,
Harris
sir.
and
Yes,
we
sir.
got and we have Hampton. So
Yes, sir. Okay.
we got two bruisers. One, Harris has always kind of been a little bit criticized for not being that home run type of guy, but just he's a bruiser who can eat up carries. And then Hampton is the home run guy that could still possibly be a bruiser and a high carry output dude, later on. So
We
Hampton,
gotta we gotta
we don't have to kill Hampton's body in his rookie year, which is a good thing, because a lot of rookie running backs take a gang of punishment, because running backs are usually very NFL ready, right? Like a 6th-round running back can come in and carry the ball 200 times easy, like no problem. But with Harris there, we don't have to.
Hey, he can be your workhorse.
Or we don't have to. We can split between the two. Neither one, we wouldn't have to just totally demolish Hampton in his first season. We can let him get used to the speed of the NFL and work his way into having a bunch of carries. Hopefully, it helps to extend his career. Harris is on a 1-year deal. We can come back running back. We can come back and get another running back next season.
Okay.
So
We might have to go back to SoFi, bro.
Dude, playing with the Chargers, playing with the Chargers on Madden in 25 is gonna be very fun. I can't wait. I can't wait till 26, Madden 26. Madden 26, playing with the Chargers is gonna be pretty fun. We're gonna have some young wide receivers. We're gonna have 2 new running backs. Herbie is obviously still gonna be there. You're gonna have Kennard on the edge, a new DT, a new young tight end, we got Conklin. We got Conklin at tight end. Also, Disley is gone. So, man, we revamped our offense, man, and Palmer is out of there. Palmer is gone, and we might be getting Slayer back. So Slayer might be coming back on a 1-year deal to retire with the Chargers. And we'll have 2 slot guys with Slayer and Lad McConkey. We'll have 2 X guys with the 2 rookies we got coming in. And then, we still got Quentin Johnson. Quentin Johnson.
Do something about
that.
And do something about that.
Hey, he got to step up. He got competition in there now. He got to step up. Like he got to catch the ball. So, hey, it's either sink or swim in the NFL. He's gonna have a little pressure on him, but maybe that creates a diamond, and he steps into a good role or whatever, and he got some skills. He just got to hold on to the ball. Just got to hold on to the ball. But playing with the team, playing with this nice young offense now that looks kind of young now, and then that little veteran running back punch with the rookie running back punch, and then we got some rookie speed on the outside now, and a young lad, a young stud right there, and on the slot. Playing with this team is gonna be fun.
We'll see how it goes if I get that Madden, man. MCXP Radio, y'all know what it is, man. Let's go ahead and get to the end of the show. Winners and losers. Let's do it. Winners and losers, man. This is the part of the show, man, where I give my shout outs to people throughout the week or whatever, the couple weeks, man, that have done good things or done whatever, that they need to do. You know what I'm saying? I give them a little shout out, what I'm saying, and represent, man. Now, while I get this winners and losers done, I need to go get my son, but I'm gonna come right back because he is up. But I need to, kind of take it. I got, I stay on daddy duty, y'all. I stay on daddy duty. So I'm gonna say this: my first winners and losers, and then like this, Brian, this is actually gonna surprise you today. So my first winners and losers is every player that was drafted because congratulations, this is without a
Wait,
doubt.
you called them winners and losers?
No, 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 no. Every player that got drafted are winners.
No, it's just funny the way you said it. My first winners and losers.
Well, okay, well, you know what I'm saying, but
I know. It
uh,
was just
but
funny
every
the way you
player
said
that got drafted, man, definitely, 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 because I know this is a once in a lifetime thing. A lot of people try, to get up in there, but they can't do it. They don't get picked, and you were one of the few that got chosen. So you're living a dream, man, and I think that's a wonderful thing, man. Shout out to Big Game because he did the same thing. I think he got drafted in like the sixth round or something like that, man. And he lived his dream, man, playing in the NFL, man. And a lot of people don't get to do that, So, um,
Man,
definitely,
it
definitely.
was tough. It was one of the toughest moments was watching Ewers get drafted in the seventh round, man, to the Dolphins, man. They showed him at his house with his family, man, and he was just not happy. Like he was just not happy. Like it's just, man, he
That's
was
frustrating.
devastated. He was super devastated, like going that late. You know what I'm saying? And I I'm not even sure if it was so much about going specifically to the Dolphins, and maybe he didn't want to go there either. But it took him forever to put on the hat. His parents, his to their credit, his mom and his dad was like really like trying to cheer him up, like trying to keep him up, like you know what I'm saying,
I
like
mean, you
hey,
better be happy you got picked. You better be happy you got drafted. Hold on, I'll be right back.
uh, but but he he could have came back for people who don't know, Quinn Ewers quarterback, Texas Longhorns. Quinn Ewers left high school early to play in college. Quinn Ewers was on Ohio State, so he went to Ohio State, and he leaves Ohio State to go play for Texas. And at Texas, he gets injured and everything like that. Then he comes out early. He comes out early out of Texas, and he could have stayed. He could have transferred from Texas to Notre Dame. He had offers to go to Notre Dame. He could have made 2 or 3 mil in NIL in Notre Dame, and then came out next season. But I guess he didn't want to come out the same draft as Arch. He would have been overshadowed by Arch again. You know what I'm saying? To a certain extent, even though and it's crazy how Texas stayed very loyal to Ewers, even though Ewers, he didn't go to Texas originally, but they stayed loyal to him. I mean, I was saying Arch should have been the starter at the beginning of the season, and Ewers got hurt. Arch come in, play great, and as soon as Archer's ready, they go right back. I mean, as soon as Ewers was ready, they go right back to Ewers. But yeah, I mean, he's still a winner. Like you said, he still got drafted.
Well, yeah, man, I think
But
they. I mean,
his reaction was tough though, man. I'm just saying, dog. Like it was, dog, it was bad, dog. If you see that video, bro, he was on the verge of crying. Like he was devastated. I mean,
like okay, but see, okay,
he
I
could have went back. He could have stayed in college, man. He could have went to the portal.
was he upset that he
He
got
could have
drafted by
made two or
Miami?
three. He could have made 2 or 3 mil in NIL. Yeah, he got drafted to Miami.
I'm saying, was he upset about that?
I think he was upset about falling all the way to the seventh. But maybe it was Miami specific. Maybe it was Miami specifically. Maybe he just did not want to go to Miami for, I mean, whatever reason. I don't know if he don't like Florida. I don't know if he don't like the Dolphins, or if he didn't want to go to the Dolphins, or maybe he thought it was a bad fit.
I don't know, man. You got to be happy regardless, bro. I don't know where I maybe, and I mean, he's got all the right to feel like that he should probably go further up. But I mean,
I think because like 11 QBs got drafted ahead of him, probably at spots that he would rather have went to. So there probably is teams he would rather have went to where, you know what I'm saying, that uh Will Howard went to the Steelers.
yeah,
Uh Riley Leonard got drafted ahead of him, the QB from Notre Dame. Uh some other dude like I mean a bunch of Cal McCord went in front of him. Uh Dudes I never even heard of, like Mertz, some dude named Mertz or Mayhertz or something like that went in front of him.
yeah. I think Randall's right. You thought that he was gonna go a lot higher.
I think he got some bad. He got bad. I mean, but he said he wanted to stay loyal to Texas. He wanted to retire as his college career as a Texans legend.
Yeah,
So
that shit's whack.
he didn't, whatever. Yeah, Dylan Gabriel. Yeah,
That
third.
shit's
No,
whack.
yeah. Hey, he got happy. He got happy. He dropped. Shedeur though. I mean, should Shedeur really be happy going to the Browns?
Shedeur should just be happy. Shedeur should. I mean, low key.
I understand he's happy. I understand he's happy he's drafted, which is valid.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's that. I
And
think just be happy that you got
and
drafted.
people talk about how toxic these haters of Dion and Shedeur and the Sanders family and everything they do, everything they've done since Jackson State to Colorado. It's funny how they would have a valid reason to be salty about getting drafted to the Browns. But they all put on a good look. They cheered more when he got drafted to the Browns than the Browns' own staff did.
Yeah,
They
which is
cheered.
crazy.
They danced. They danced. Him and his brother Shiloh danced and stuff like that. They jumped up. They was happy. They screamed or whatever. They were more happier about going to, and obviously a lot of that probably is relief, the relief of finally getting drafted just on GP. But if Shedeur had the same reaction that yours had, I wouldn't have criticized. I wouldn't have had a problem with that reaction. Cause it's like, motherfucker, like y'all, dude, they hurt the team by drafting Gabriel. They could have drafted him in the third round, or if the dude Barry lied, man. He said our philosophy is best player available and all that. Like, dude, just go look at the press conference of them talking to this clown after the fact. Because what really hurts the team is that if you was gonna draft Shedeur in the fifth round, or even the fourth round or the fifth round, you obviously wasn't gonna draft him in the fourth because you didn't draft him in the third. But
you could have used that pick for something else.
For something else to fill another hole in your team.
Yeah.
To fill a different hole in your team. You hurt the team by doing that. By drafting two quarterbacks.
Real talk.
You don't have faith in either of these guys. Now you got a split. You got a fucked up QB room. You got a fucked up QB competition. Like you said, maybe they looking into get rid of two and looking into getting rid of two of those guys. I kind of disagree with you on the Flacco thing. I kind of think you keep a veteran around. You know what I'm saying? So,
I don't. What the fuck you gonna give up there?
I don't. Do all five guys show up to camp? Do all five of them?
All five? Hell yeah, all five of them. I mean, except for Watts. I mean, I think Watts will probably still be hurt, but I mean, we'll see though. Ain't
so
that
the other? So you're gonna have 4 QBs in camp battling for what's presumably will be only 3 spots. Who's gonna trade? Who's gonna trade for Shedeur? Shedeur's not a trade piece, right? If
for the right price, for the right price, for the
what
right
what
price.
what is the price? A 6th round pick? He got drafted in the 5th.
Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. A nigga might even get a third.
You
Goddamn, man.
no, stop that. He
You
would have
don't
got
think?
drafted in the 3rd.
I feel you, but I'm just saying you don't know.
No,
I
you're
mean, we
not
don't know,
getting
man.
no,
We don't
no.
know.
We know. There's no NFL team. There is no NFL team giving a third to the Browns. They not gonna help the Browns.
Maybe a fourth. Maybe a
They
fourth.
not a
Maybe.
fourth. No, you're not getting a
It has to be
fourth.
fifth.
You're not getting a 5th. You're not getting a 5th for Shedeur.
He came in for a fifth.
He came in with a 5th, but you're not getting a 5th. Nobody was going to draft him there. Nobody. The Browns didn't want him with the 5th pick in the 5th round. They barely. That was worse than the golf clap. Like they barely clapped. The look on the GM face was like, I can't believe somebody is making me do this. They were being held at gunpoint. Somebody was behind the camera holding the AK-47 and say, clap, motherfucker. Like,
Yeah, they was. Yeah, they was. Real talk. Yeah, they was. Yeah, they was.
I told y'all Shedeur was going in the 6th. That's what I told y'all.
I thought it could have ended up being Mr. Irrelevant.
They wasn't gonna do him like that.
Made him be like the last pick. I thought that would
Oh
have been
my
super
god,
dirty.
that would have been
dirty.
yeah, that would have been dirty.
This one is gonna be a surprise for you, man. Also on my
winners,
Yeah, this is
Stephen A. Smith.
Damn, boy, you smart.
No.
But I'm gonna tell you why. Because this guy here, he made sure to keep himself out of that shit with Shannon Sharpe.
Oh.
and I completely feel him on that. I hear you, Drew.
Well,
Drew wanna let it be known.
Yeah.
Yo, he made sure.
Hey.
He made sure that it was known that he was like, look, I like you. Hey, you know, that's my brother. You know, me and Shannon good, but I ain't got nothing to do with this shit. And I seen that and I was like, you know what? You get a dub for that one, brother. Because I feel you. I completely feel you on that. I completely feel Stephen A on that. Real talk. Hey, for real.
Hey man, I mean, every man gotta deal with their own stuff. I mean, you know, Stephen A is not his brother's keeper.
No, he's
you know
not.
What I'm saying on that tip, like Shannon is a grown ass man, and yeah, I'm not gonna let you take me that. You know, I'm not gonna let the fuckery in your private life, whatever you do in your bed, your home. You know, that's not gonna take me down too. So no,
keep them white chicks coming, nigga.
I mean, I'm a distance myself. Yeah, I mean,
keep them white folks checks coming. But you know who's gonna take the L? The Shannon.
Well, I mean, that's one thing you can say about Stephen A is that he's about his business or whatever. He's never really been into any like personal controversy, serious, serious controversy. I don't know if he's ever had any allegations on him. I don't think so. You don't really hear too much about his private life or love life. So mean, that's the one thing you can say about Stephen A. Stephen A. is a single dude too, right? Not married. I don't believe he's married,
He
right?
got two girls. Yeah, I know he got two girls. So
He got some daughters,
yeah, yeah.
but I don't think he's married though,
No,
right?
he ain't married. He
He's
ain't
not
married.
married, right?
He ain't
So
married.
I mean, and you don't hear so he keep his stuff private. So obviously Stephen A. ain't out here dealing with. Well, let's
19, 20
hope
years old.
I don't think I don't think he that guy. I don't think Stephen A is that guy.
Yeah, at least he doing the right thing. But I mean, I still don't care for him. But I mean, he gets a pass on this one. I mean, you doing the right thing. Don't mess up them checks, folks. Don't mess up them checks. All right, Drew. All right, y'all. MCXP Radio holding it down. Y'all
Drew
know how
holding
we
it
do.
down.
Drew holding it down over here, just messing with my mouse. I got all of these menus that pop up. I'm trying to get rid of them, and he ain't letting me get rid of them. I'm over here, man. So it is what it is, man. But I appreciate you guys, man, for tuning in, logging in, checking in. Your grandizer, man, always, man. Love to have you, man. Appreciate you, brother, for all your comments and whatnot, man. Get with me on that, man. Even send it to my email. Matter of fact, man, it's let me see, MCXP Radio at Gmail.
Mm.
Man, I didn't put it in the. Hold on, Grandize. I'm putting it in this. I only got one hand because this other one, this little one is going in. Golly, man, come on, man. I'm trying to do this. He done took the mouse out my hand. Oh, y'all, man, having kids is like the craziest thing on earth. But I love it, y'all. I love it. I love it. There you go, man. I know it's a big game. Next, shout out to Big Game. Yeah. There you go. There you go. All of that. MCSP Radio at Gmail, man. Shoot it at me, Grandizer. But either way, man, people, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna get out of here. You got something to say, son?
Wait, losers.
Yeah, Shannon was my loser, man.
So Shannon was your loser.
Yeah, Shannon's getting the biggest L out of everybody. He I don't hear nobody else gonna get that L. So say what you gotta say, man.
Well, Shannon is a loser for sure. He gets that L.
Ah.
And my loser would be the Cleveland Browns franchise. That's what they did was crazy. Yo, hey, yo. But yeah, Cleveland Browns, that they
I
gotta be my losers, man. They suck. They suck. Terrible franchise. They some idiots. And I hope they treat Shedeur fairly.
facts though.
It don't even really look like they're gonna treat, hopefully they don't try to dog him or whatever. Now they created a whole bunch of confusion in their franchise. A lot of the players didn't even shout out Dylan Gabriel when
Yeah.
he got drafted. But Shedeur gets drafted and Denzel Ward and different Cleveland Browns players are welcoming him into the franchise. So now Gabriel's coming in. He's coming into a situation that's very unfair to him too. The Browns are so stupid. It's just stupid. That's just
We will see. We will see, man. We gonna see.
terrible, terrible, terrible. Just don't draft him. Don't draft him.
We'll see.
I'd rather they not drafted him. I'd rather he went somewhere else. But I mean, hey, Shedeur he's an alpha. He's a big dog. He's gonna come in and he's gonna fight for the starting job. So
We should see him on the field next year. I expect it. But we'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. For myself, man, BGSC Network. For little Drew right here. My boy Broken, man. Grandizer, man. Get at me. That's my email, bro. I'll at me. You know what I'm saying? Let's link that up, man. But for sure, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, logging in. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, all of that, man. What up, man? Shallow sign of free agent contract. Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that too. Yeah,
That's
who
good.
who won the draft in terms of teams? Like what teams you like? I like what the Ravens did. The Ravens always seem like
I'll
they
never like what they do.
Ah, man, they always seem like they get a bunch of defensive dudes. So unfortunately for y'all got to deal with some safeties.
Cincinnati won, nigga. Cincinnati.
Some safety.
Georgia, man. Yeah.
I like the Ravens. Ravens came out looking pretty good.
But it is what it is.
Tampa, I like Tampa. Tampa got two
Tampa did good too, though.
Tampa got some wide receivers.
Did good. They got some, they got some boys. So we'll see how it is, man. But for everybody, man, let me head on out. Get on out, be a daddy, man. Until next time, y'all take care of yourselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go do my thing. Yeah, comments still coming. Bills had a good draft. Brandeis, I don't care for the Bills. Fuck them.
Bills? Who did the Bills get?
Panthers low key did well. They'll still be last in their division. Already. Till next time, y'all. I'm about to let y'all, man.
Okay, yeah. Everybody, if you ain't us, we don't care.
We don't care.
We don't care.
We out, man. Y'all take it easy, bro.
Cruising in a Rari with the hair and nails and toes done. Always keep it stylish. Never gonna give me.
Gonna make a lot of women mad at this one, but it's alright.
Gonna get a shot at romance. It's kinda too close.